I want you to lie down. And then once you're laid down on the floor, I want you to take a really big deep breath in. So in through your nose, really big deep breath in. And a big sigh out through your mouth. Now, allow your whole body to feel heavy on the floor. So you can really press everything into the earth. And again, take a big deep breath in through your nose. Big sigh out through your mouth. Good. And again, one more, really breathing in. And breathing out. Now, I want you to just visualize the whole of your body as if you're flying above your body. And notice from the very top of your head where you hold on to tension. So start with the crown of your head and visualize from the crown of your head that all of your thoughts, everything is dissipating, like melting. So that it's becoming warm. And as you breathe in, all of that heat and that energy that you're breathing in is melting those thoughts, melting that tension from those thoughts down into the earth, down into your body, down into your legs, and down into your feet. And then across your forehead, you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, all of that tension that you store across your temples, across your forehead is just melting down into the earth, down into the back of your head. Like you can just release all those thoughts. And this time the space between your eyebrows as you breathe in and you breathe out, all of that tension just melts away down into the earth. Now see if you can lengthen the back of the head into the mat and release the tension in the back of the head. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to breathe in and relax all of the tension in your jaw. Feel like you can move your jaw around. You don't even notice how much tension we hold here, but move it around and breathe in and breathe out. See if you can bring a little smile as you move around into your jaw. And now we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, I want you to soften your shoulders. Allow all of the tension from your shoulders to just melt all the way down. And then we're going to get to where we're going to rest, into your heart space. I want you to breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want you to visualize your heart is melting back into the earth. As you breathe in, and as you breathe out, your heart can melt back. And with each breath that you take in and out, your heart's just melting down into the earth, all the way down. I want you to take 5 more of those breaths. So just breathing in. And as you breathe out, allowing everything to melt and just let go. Making these breaths the biggest breath so far. And allowing your heart to feel like it can really fall back into ease, into stillness. And you can just soften. Maybe you've been holding on to tension in your heart, worries and fears. Just allow your heart to melt. Now we're going to work today around the mat. We've got a lovely flow. It's not too strenuous, just a nice little flow. The moon is in Aquarius. And Aquarius rules the ankles. It's a fixed air sign. So although it rules the ankles, a lot of Aquarius will find that they find their energy meets in their head. They do a lot of thinking. Air signs tend to think and overthink. So we're going to work that little bit on those ankles, but also on coming out of your mind and coming into your body. So I just want you to focus on your breath. Taking one more big deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Good. Now, like a giant star, see if you can take your legs and your arms as wide as your mat. And then I want you to take a big deep breath in and then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Squeeze yourself tight. And then exhale and come all the way back out. Now stretch yourself out. Take a breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Can you stretch even more? Good. Now this time we're going to breathe in. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze yourself tight. Nose to your knees. And then breathe out and relax yourself back. Feeling heavy on the floor. Let's do that again. Take a breath here. Breathe in. And stretch yourself even further. Can you take your legs even further? Breathe in and really squeeze yourself in. Good. And breathe out. And stretch yourself out. One more breath. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch here. Can you go even wider? Good. And then let's breathe in and bring your knees in. And breathe out. Now keep your knees in, but relax your head back. Pull your knees up to your shoulders. We're going to circle your ankles all the way around. So just warming up those ankles, working all the way through. And let's breathe in. And breathe out. Now circling in those ankles in the opposite direction. Very nice. And then widen your toes. See if you can stretch your toes as wide as you can get them. And then see if you can point your toes and flex your toes. You're going to lift your legs up to the sky. So pointing and flex.
Can't hear you, Charlotte. Can't hear you.
Oh.
Hope you're still in your boat pose. Sorry. Find that little boat pose again. The microphone went off. Can you hear me okay now? Perfect. Right. No excuses. 3 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Can you straighten your legs? Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. One more. Straighten up. Go on. Go on, Sue. Breathing in. Yes. And breathing out. Very nice. Bring your knees in and take yourself all. What? Sorry. What? Sorry, Sue.
You're sideways.
Sideways. Of course I am. Just what I need.
That's it.
It's my love. There you go. Honestly, I don't know what is happening. My phone. Let's try that way. No, am I still sideways?
No, you're fine now.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, loved. Oh. Right. Okay. Am I here? No, I'm not. Oh.
I'm the main screen now.
What? No, I'm not, am I? Oh. Okay, we're all good. Just when I need this to be so calming, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. And we're going to find our... So, let's take a big deep breath in through your nose. Reaching up. Exhale, coming all the way back. Good, inhale, reach up. Exhale, really round. See if you can do 2 more, all the way up. And all the way around. Still sideways. Good, 1 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Very nice. Now, I'm still sideways. There we go, breathing in. And breathing out. Now, I want you to extend. I want you to push up from your shoulders. And we're just going to make some gentle little movements. I want you to warm your wrists all the way forwards. And then come all the way back. So we're coming all the way forwards and all the way back. So making it now into a figure of 8. So you're coming all the way around. Taking 2 more. Very nice. Now, can you go in the opposite direction? Feel yourself around. And find where you need to be. Good. Now, take your legs as wide as you can. And then see if you can stretch yourself all the way down onto your mat. So bringing your forehead down. I want you to take 5 breaths. Now, really stretch your fingers to the edge of the mat. High feet. We're just in child's pose. So stretch yourself back. Really stretch your fingers to the edge of the mat. So your arms are as straight as they can be. And see if you can really stretch those arms. And 1 more. Really pull back into those hips as far as you can. And stretch back even further. Now walk those hands as far over to the right as possible. So you can really feel into the side of your body. Keep your legs exactly as they are, but see if you can stretch all along the side of your body. And breathe in. And breathe out. Good. 1 more. Really breathing in. And really breathing out. Now walk those hands all the way back to the center. And take them all the way over to the other side. So I want you to feel that stretch all the way along that right side as much as you can. Rest your forehead down, breathing in. And breathing out. 1 more breath here. Really breathe in. And really breathe out. Good. Now walk your hands back to the center. I want you to bring yourself back up into your tabletop. Push your right leg back. And I want you to push back into your heel. So really pushing that leg all the way back so you can get that nice stretch. Now, instead of resting into your shoulders, I want you to push up so that you're nice and strong. Very nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. 1 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, I want you to lift this leg just a little tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, squeeze and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then extend your opposite arm. Very nice. And gaze past your fingers. Steady yourselves. But I don't want your hip to lift up so that you're staying in a straight line. 1 more breath. And then we're going to bring that leg out to the side. And the arm to the side. So all the way back. Good. And then all the way to the side. Good. 2 more, all the way out, all the way in. Good. And again, really stretch. Bringing it in. Last one, pull it out and bring it in. Very nice. Bring it down and give your hips a little wiggle. Very nice. Okay, other side. So we're going to really lengthen that left leg. Push your toes back so you can really push your heel to the back wall. And then instead of resting in your shoulders, lift up. Feel like you lift your chest and lift your heart and engage your tummy. And then really push back into your back heel so you feel that nice stretch. Very nice. Now push up through your chest and lift your leg. Not so high that it's lifting your knee, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend your opposite arm. Good, holding it here. Now look past your fingers, look ahead and steady yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 last breath. Now bring that arm in and that leg. Good, and then push it out. Good, bring it in. Push it out. Good, and again. We've got 2 more, bring it in. Bring it out. Last one. And then push it out and bring it back. Very nice, well done. Now give your hips a little wiggle. Good, now tuck your toes underneath. We're going to find our downward facing dog. Now pad your heels, the right one, the left one, creating a little bit of space in your legs. So that you can really feel like you're pressing those heels down to the floor. 2 more breaths. Very nice. And then walk those feet to your hands, all the way to the top, and then just hang here, to the right and to the left. Just hang your head. Make sure you're not holding on to any tension. Press your feet into the earth. Very nice. For 3, 2, and 1. Now see if you can pull your elbows down towards the floor a little bit more and push behind the backs of your knees so you can get your legs even straighter. Very nice. 1 more breath. Good. Now I want you to bring your hands to the floor and really ground your hands into the floor. We're going to lift that right leg up to the sky. You're like, all ready? Yeah. Point your toe and lift your leg. Good. For 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now bring your nose to your knees and then push it back. Good. And again for 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And 5. Bring that right foot down. Again, give your hips a little wiggle. Maybe pressing the right foot down and then the left foot. And then this time we're going to lift your left leg all the way up to the sky. Now find your balance. Now if your balance is wobbly today, that's okay. Just notice as it is. The more we do it, the easier it gets. But bring your knee to your nose. Push it back. Good. And again, bring it in. Push it back. Very nice. 2 more. Breathe it in. Push it back. Last one. All the way in. All the way back. Good. Now bring that left foot down. Bring that right foot down. And then slowly, like you're a zombie coming to life, lift yourself all the way up. Don't be in a rush. Very nice. And when you get to the top, give yourself a little shoulder roll. And find yourself at the top of your mat. Nice little shoulder roll. Good. Now feet together, heels together, come and stand at the top of your mat. Take a big inhale and reach your hands all the way up to the sky. Good. Squeeze and then exhale, coming all the way down, forward fold. Inhale that halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Very nice. Down dog. Roll all the way through into your high plank. We're going to drop your knees and lift your toes. And then come all the way down using your arms. So all the way down. All the way up. Very nice. Let's do 2 more. Really nice, Sue. All the way down. All the way up. Building strength. 1 more. All the way down. And all the way up. I know it's hard. All the way down. We're going to lie on our belly. And then inhale. We're just going to lift up. Just a little. Nice. Coming all the way down. Tuck your toes underneath. Find your child's pose. And then stretch back up into your downward facing dog. Now, in your downward dog, I want you to slowly and gently pad your heels. So you're waking up your legs. Press your right heel and your left heel. Make space in the backs of the legs. Pressing them all the way down. And we're going to take an inhale and lift your right leg up to the sky. Very nice. Now lift your left toes all the way up. Raise your heel. And then exhale, drop it down. Good. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop it down. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, drop it down. Now look to the top of the mat. Look where you're going. Take that right foot to the top of the mat. Good. Now push that left heel back so you get that nice length and look ahead. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now place your hands so you can really step up. We're going to set that back leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze and lift. Maybe you can walk your hands a bit closer, lift that leg a bit higher. Doesn't matter. We're just balancing, building strength in our ankles. 1 more breath. And bring your left foot to your right foot. Good. Take hold of the backs of your legs. Inhale as you lift up. And then exhale your nose to your knees. Breathing in. And breathing out. 1 more breath. Very nice. Now inhale, reach up, look up. Big stretch, hands overhead. And exhale, left side all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your left leg back. Good. Look ahead. Down dog. Rolling all the way through into your high plank. Drop your knees and lift your toes. Well done. We're coming all the way down. Breathe in. Pushing up. Just 3. All the way down. All the way up. Well done. 1 more. All the way down. All the way up. Well done. Coming all the way down. Drop your toes, lie on your belly. Very nice. So inhale, lift up. Now take your hands away. Good. Coming all the way down, tuck your toes underneath. Find your child's pose. And then slowly lift up into your downward facing dog. Now you're going to pad your heels in your downward dog, just as you did. Very nice. And then see if you can lift your left leg all the way up to the sky. Now point your toe and lift your leg. We're building strength in our wrists. That's why we warm them up. But we're going to come up onto the toes of that right foot. All the way up. Nice. Exhale, drop that heel down. Very nice. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. 1 more, lift up. Good. Exhale. Now look to the top of the mat. Sweep that left leg to the top of the mat. Lift it and place it. Find it where you need to be. And then place your hands on the floor. Look ahead. Good. Now step up. And we're going to tap that right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Bring your feet together. Take your hands behind the backs of your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull your nose to your knees. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Very nice. Breathing out. Get those noses close to your knees. Nice stretch. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathing out. Very nice. Now relax your hands to the floor. Inhale, sweep your hands all the way up. Reach up, look up, hands overhead. Leaning back if that feels nice. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Namaste. Oh, amazing. Well done. So you should be feeling like you can stand that a little bit taller. So let's just see how your balance is. So I want you to bring your hands together in your heart and just come up onto your toes. Just going to hold it here. Now, our ankles are often the first thing that breaks, more common in men than it is in women because of ankle injuries, football, that kind of thing. I want you to think about squeezing your ankles together and just staying here. Engage your tummy, engage your glutes. Very nice. 2 more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. It's just like having heels on, really. Breathing in and breathing out. Now drop your toes down and lift your toes up. Good, all the way down, all the way up. Good, one more, all the way down. Okay, so now this is where we get a bit tricky. So lift out that right leg. And then we're going to come all the way up, all the way down. Good, it's harder, all the way up, all the way down. Well, 2 more, all the way up, all the way down. Last one. And all the way down. Go give your legs a little shake. Don't worry if it's wobbly, it's tricky. But off we go. Lifting that left leg all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. 2 more. And again. Woo. And all the way down. Well done. Okay, give your legs just a little interval. And let's bring it all into our flow. So come and stand at the top of the mat. Take a big inhale, reach those hands all the way up. Lean back if that feels nice. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Look ahead. Down dog. Coming all the way through into a high plank. This time coming all the way down to lie on your belly. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Now again, we're going to lift your right leg up to the sky, creating space. So lift your left toes all the way up onto your heel. Exhale, drop it down. Good. And again, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, drop it down. Good. Breathe in. Breathing out. 2 more. Lift up. Bring it down. Last one. Good. Now look to the top of the mat. Look where it's going and take that right foot to the top of the mat. Good. Now we're going to step up. Tap your left toes down. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Now, see if you can find your balance. See if you can walk your hands towards your ankle and hold it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring your feet together. Give your hips a little wobble. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up. Very nice. Now we're going to do that left side. So let me watch. Feet together, heels together. Take a big inhale and sweep these hands all the way up. Now lean back, lift your chest, lift your heart. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Very nice. Inhale that halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Good. Step your left leg back. Look ahead. Very nice. Down dog. Rolling all the way through into your high plank. Coming all the way down to lie on your belly. Very nice. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Now this time you're going to lift your left leg. Then we're going to lift your right toes, coming all the way up. And then ground that heel. Very nice. Lifting that leg up. Dropping it down. 2 more. Lift up. Drop it down. And again, 1 more. Lift up. And drop it down. Now look to the top of the mat. Look where it's going. Take that foot to the top of the mat. Lift it and place it where you need it to be. Take time to get it right. And then look ahead. Then we're going to lift that back leg. Just little taps. For 1, 2, beautiful. 3, 4, and 5. Now, see if you can Either keep your hands there, balance on this one leg, or maybe you can walk your hands that little bit closer. Taking hold of the ankle if you can, and just find that balance, building that stability. Don't worry if you're wobbling, just holding it here for 5, 4, well done, 3, 2, and 1, well done. Bringing your feet together, your heels together, very nice. Inhale, reach those hands all the way up. And squeeze back, open your chest, open your heart, and then exhale your hands all the way down. Very nice. Okay, last round. So if you want a little sip of water, you're welcome. We're just going to have another layer and we're going to build in some warrior poses just for some strength. But in our warrior poses, we're going to come up onto our toes. So again, we're building strength in the ankle. So have a little drink, take a little minute, notice your breathing, see if you can slow it down. But well done. Thanks for bearing with me with the sound. So, last time, and then it's all lying down from here. So feet together, heels together. Stand up nice and tall. Take a big inhale and reach your hands all the way up. Lean back if that feels nice. Good. Exhale, forward. Inhale that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now step that right leg back and then look ahead. Good, down dog. Bring it all the way through into your high plank. Come all the way down. And then lifting all the way up. Very nice. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Now we're going to lift that right leg up to the sky. Sweep that right leg to the top of the mat and ground your back up. So you're in your warrior 2. Very nice. Now, we're going to start here in your warrior 2, but engage your tummy, push your knee back, make sure that you feel like your hips are working, but pull the energy up from your feet. So you're not resting in your hips, you're lifting. And then extend your fingers. Now, if this is enough, stay here, but maybe you can lift up so that you're on your toes and your heel is lifted. Very nice. Now keep your legs as they are. We're going to inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, lunge that a little bit deeper. Very nice. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, lunge that a little bit deeper. And again, lift up. And all the way down. 2 more, lift up. All the way down. And again. And all the way down. Now ground your heel. And then I want you to reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. And come all the way down. Lift your chin up to the sky. And find your triangle. So tuck your chin into your chest. And see if you can. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Very nice. One more breath. Good. Now take this top arm that you've got lifted. And see if you can bring it on the way, all the way around to your right hip. If not, just take hold of your top. So it's like you're twisting it around and you're finding it here on your hip. Very nice. So you can just place it on your left hip if that's too much, but pull it back. Open your heart up to the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Now see if you can bend your knee just a little and then reach your hands all the way out to the side. Not you, Fiona. 5, 4, 3, well done. 2, well done. One more and 1. Everybody lifting all the way up. Take your foot all the way in. So we're stepping those feet as wide as you can. And then lead with your chin and come all the way down. Bringing your hands all the way down. Very nice. We're going to take 5 breaths here. So I want you to slide and try and get your hands onto the floor. You can think about getting your head to the floor, take them legs even wider and enjoy that stretch. I want you to take 5 breaths here, just breathing in and breathing out. Good, breathing in, breathing out. Now really working into the backs of the legs. Send your breath to the backs of those legs. See if you can take your legs a little bit wider. Very nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. Now start to maybe bring your legs a little bit closer together. So you can slide your hands up your shins, lead with your chin and lift yourself all the way up. And then we're just going to work into a little balance, last one. So toes, heels in, toes out, but we're going to come up onto our heels. And we're just going to balance here. You got this. For 5, 4, 3, smile, 2, and 1. Very nice. All the way down. Well done. Well done. Give your legs a little shake. Okay, just that left side. Feet together, heels together. Last one. Take a big inhale and reach those hands all the way up. Now lean back. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale that halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Step your left leg back. Down dog. Coming all the way through into your high plank. Coming all the way down to lie on your back. Inhale, coming all the way up. Took your toes, downward dog. Now this time we're lifting that left leg all the way up. And you're going to take that left leg to the top of the mat. And you're back into your warrior 2. So taking your legs as wide as comfortable. Then extending your arms. And if it feels right, you can lift up onto that toe. Very nice. Breathing in. Breathe out 1. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Lift that heel a little bit higher. Good. 2 more. Good. 1 last breath. Now we're going to bring the arms in. All the way up. All the way down. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very nice. Now ground that foot. We're going to reach forward, 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 coming all the way down. Tuck your chin into your chest. And gaze up to your fingertips. Use your fingers. Make sure your hands are really working. Expand your fingers. Tuck your chin. 1 more breath. Good. Now bring that hand and find either your hip or the inside of your hip. But pull that shoulder back and lift your chest to the sky. Breathing in. Breathe out 1. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Now pull the energy from your feet and lift. Make sure you're not resting in your hips. 1 more breath. Good. Now slight bend in your front knee. Last bit. Reaching over. Very nice. For 5, 4. Got this. Reach. Extending your fingers. 2. And 1. Very nice. Step that foot in. Go back into the widest angle. Now come all the way forward. Kind of want these hands and these legs as wide as you can. You can get your elbows down, get your elbows down. You can get your head down, bring your head down. Walking your hands closer. Feel that stretch. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out. Well done. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now it's to slowly lift up onto your hands, walk those feet in just a little bit narrower. Inhale, lead with your chin and lift all the way up. Now last balance. So bring your feet in so it's comfortable as you can be. Come up onto your toes. Find your goddess. Breathing in. Breathe out 1. Straight spine. Engage your tummy. Breathing in. Breathe out 2. Good. Breathing in. Breathe out 3. Up those heels that little bit more. Last 1. Breathing in. And breathe out 5. Well done. Drop your heels down. Oh, well done. Okay. So we're going to come all the way down into a little yogi squat. Get your elbows together. Just give yourself a little moment. Notice how your heart rate is. Notice how you're feeling. Breathing in and breathing out. And just as we began, we're going to end. So see if you can just drop your bum back. And you find yourself in your boat. Good. For 5, point your toes. 4, smile. 3, straighten up, lift up. Good. 1 more. And down. Very nice. Okay. So I just want to finish by giving these ankles a little bit more love. So come closer to me. So I want you to circle your feet all the way around. Giving your ankles that little bit of love. All the way around. Good. And then I want you to put your foot on the floor and give your foot and your ankle a little massage. All the way in. Giving it a little massage. Often what happens first is the top of the foot, this part of the foot, that stiffens first. So you've really got to bring some motion and a little bit of love. If you have got any ankle injuries, it's really important to just talk nicely to it. And then see if you can lift up your ankle and then circle it all the way around. Go into all the motions of the ankle and then in the opposite direction. Very nice. And if you notice, the more you do it, the more your ankle will soften and there'll be more lubrication there. And then place it down. Okay, other foot, give it a little circle all the way around. And then bring this one down and then give it a little massage. Now notice if you've got one that's got more movement than the other. Start to notice those little things about your body. Give it a little rub, proper massage all the way around the top of your foot, all the way around your ankle. It's not often we give our feet any kind of love, but all around the ankle. And then lifting it back up again, see if you can circle it around. All the way. Very nice. Okay, so point it and flex it. Okay. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So kind of like we're opening the sole, the pages of a book. We're going to open the pages of our feet. And then we're going to pull the knees down towards the floor and sit up nice and tall. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. Now see if you can really pull those knees down that little bit deeper. So you're really pressing these knees all the way down to the earth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now I want you to see if you can lean forward. So you can press your elbows onto the knees, but we're only ever looking for 60%. Or if you've got a little bit more, you can lean all the way forward. And we're going to stay here for a good 5 to 10 breaths. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Breathing in. Nice. Now see if you can relax into it a little bit more. So you can push your hips back and you can lean forward that little bit more. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then slowly lifting up. See if you can lift yourself up, bring your knees together. Just give yourself a little moment. Plant your feet into the earth so your feet are solid. And then you can wrap your right hand around and then lift your left arm up and then twist all the way around. But really press your feet into the earth. Nice twist for the spine, twist for the heart, sit up tall. Take 3 more breaths. Oh, thank you, Courtney. Oh, she's up again. Good, and again, breathing in. And breathing out. Good, breathe in. One more, really breathing in. And but now bringing everything back round to the front. And then we're going to bring the arm around. Just press off. Inhale as you lift up. Lift your spine. Now, really feel like you're sitting up nice and tall. And breathe it out.
Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
When you lift and straighten your spine and twist around that little bit more. Very nice. Breathe in. And breathe it out. One last breath. Good. Now coming all the way back around. Back down to the centre. I want you to point your toes and bring your hands right out. So we're going to use your tummy to roll down. We're rolling down as slowly as you can. And then coming all the way. Right, now I want you to take. You get hold of the outside edge of your knees. Roll here. Or you can take hold to the outside edges of your knees. Into your happy baby. Loosening your lower spine. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Up the feet together. You need some elbow. Good, now slowly release. Bring your feet flat onto the floor. I want you to lift your hips as high as you can and roll your shoulders underneath. Side flat. So we're going to squeeze your hips and glutes as high as you can. Breathe it in. Breathe out one. Out. Lift those hips even higher. 2 more. Breathing out. Last breath. Good. Now I want you to lower your hips down. We're going to do that again, exactly the same, but this time we're going to lift your right leg. So we're building that ankle stability. Take a breath and then inhale and lift your hips all the way up. Lift your hips up to the sky. Roll your hands underneath if you can, and then lift your right leg. Point your toe. Very nice. Breathing in. Breathing out one. Squeeze your hips, breathing in. Breathing out two. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. One more, breathing in. Breathing out 4. Last one, really squeeze, lifting up. Good, and then exhale, bring that leg all the way down. Good, give your hips a little wiggle, bring your hips all the way down. Very nice. And then we're just going to do that on that left leg. So inhale and lift up. Lift your hips as high as you can, and then when you're ready, lift in that left leg. Point your toe and lift your leg.
Very nice. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Lovely. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. 1 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last breath, lift up. Very nice, and come all the way down. Good, lower your hips down. And give yourself some big windscreen wipers, your legs to the left and to the right. Very nice. And then bring your knees back into your chest, give yourself a big hug. Now, I'm going to suggest that we all do this because it's so good for our ankles. I'm just going to move the camera so you can see up the door. So I'm going to slide my bum to the door as close as I can. So I'm literally sitting on the door. And I'm going to slide my legs up the wall. We're going to stay here for a good 4 minutes. It's so good for our ankles, so good for our legs, varicose veins. So we're all going to stay here for a nice little 4 to 5 minutes. Just slide your bum as close as you can. Or kitchen cupboards, or sofa, or bed, whatever's handy. And then settle yourself here. And then just allow all of that tension from your feet and your ankles. And this is so good to do if you ever do get any water retention in your ankles, maybe when you've been on holiday, when you've been flying. It's amazing to do at all times, really. This really is the pose for everything. But feel like you can relax everything else and just enjoy.
Baby, won't you lay down? Let's watch this water boil. Let the others run around. For once, baby, won't you lay down and watch this water boil? Let the others run around. Just this once. Lay down with me a moment. Let me ease your worried mind. Lay down and drift a moment. Let's not waste.
And we're just going to stay here for another 5 breaths. So make sure that these breaths are really long and deep and wide.
Let's watch this water boil. Let the others run around. For once, say, baby, won't you lay down and watch this water boil? Let the others run around.
And then slowly and gently bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then roll over onto your right side, but whatever side is available to you. And just rest here for a minute. So we're going to come into our final pose, our Shavasana. So just see, I don't know why I've changed direction, but I have. But see if you can slowly come and lie down on your mat. Take your legs and arms as wide as you need to. Get yourself comfortable and warm so that you can stay still for the next few moments. And see if you can just let go. Enjoy that feeling that you've created in your body, enjoying that energy switch
And just see if you can breathe in and breathe out, allowing everything else to just fade away. Had a huge super full moon this week, and it's left us feeling often quite drained and quite tired. So enjoy this space and just see if you can just let go.
Just slowly and gently bringing a breath back into the body. And as you breathe in that breath, can you allow your heart to sink back into the earth and let go? Bring in some really slow but gentle movements into your fingers and your toes until it ripples into a stretch or any movement that you need. And then slowly and gently bringing your knees and giving yourself a really big hug. Oh, Charlotte, you did. You're going for that absolute best bit. No, it starts at 6:15, my love, but you can always just join for the best bit at the end if that suits your timing. Everyone, bring in yourself when you're ready up to seated. And coming back round. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Namaste. Sorry about the tech. I've really sorted it out, but then I think the battery on the microphone is
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fiona, have a week.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. You're welcome. See you later.